Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Match Reaction as Follow Everton. Look forward to reacting straight from the final whistle at Goodison Park to Everton's win against West Ham. Well, it's been coming for a while. I'm glad to be joined by Jeff. Jeff, wow, we waited some time for that.
Right?
Good, thanks. How are you?
I'm really happy. It's just that's what we needed. It didn't have to be pretty. It didn't have to be like the most amazing performance. Just get that through it. First 3 points, and suddenly the league table's looking nice. 13th. It's we're looking. We're on our way. That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. Is this has been coming? The performances have been good. We've looked really tough to beat. We've looked like a good football team. We're starting to play some good football. We just needed that first 3 points, and now we've got it, and we're on our way now. We're on our way.
Yeah. You could see once they got that goal, Jeff, that the confidence was there to go on to maybe add to that.
Yeah. Hey, brave heart in the house. I hope sunshine.
He never ceases to surprise me. You get it all on here. Now you have Avatar 3.
I just tried to wash it off and it won't come off.
Mr. Dan,
I just tried to wash it off.
Straight from James Cameron's studio. Here he is. What's Pandora like? What's Pandora like?
I just tried to wash it off. It's not easy to wash it off. And apparently,
we will be joined, I believe, by Jake Sully as well from the Pandora box. But Dan, your reaction to Everton's first win of the season? It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, well, you ain't going to take me seriously, are you, with this face? But yeah, I'm buzzing. Like, there's so many positives, still loads to learn, but still so many positives from that game. I'm absolutely buzzing, to be fair. I was nervous at the end because Everton being Everton, we seem to want to just see the game out instead of kill the game with the 2-3. And you know what I mean? Go 2-3 and kill the game off. We seem to just want to pass the ball. It was scary, but I'm going to hit you straight away with this, and you're not even asked a question yet. My man of the match was Neal Maupay. Not even because of his goal, because I actually watched him, and the amount of times he ran behind the defence, and when we realise how good he is as a striker, when we realise how good he is and start playing him through, he's gonna score some goals. I'm telling you, he's gonna get 2-3 goals a game. I'm not even joking, because I watched him loads. He was running behind the defence, and we didn't look up and play the ball. And if we played that ball, he was in. And what a goal he scored as well. What an incredible goal.
Lovely first touch to take
from
it.
Nothing.
To take it away. Yeah.
You don't score from that. He got it put into him where it was hard to control. His touch was insane. And to shoot after that touch and put it in the back of the net like he did.
Yeah.
People that had doubts in him. Yeah, people that had doubts in him, Jeff. I said he was good when he come. And people started showing us the videos of him missing and stuff like that. But I remember him being good. And I tell you something, he's hungry. And if he plays like this, we've made a cracking signing of a striker there, because he won us that game today. He won us that game because that goal come from nowhere. He didn't get no service. He trapped back. He was running everywhere. He was holding the ball up. What a striker. I love him. It was just so nice to have a striker that just worked hard and did everything. I love him.
He was persistent, wasn't he? The ball bounced up, and he just took it so quickly that neither the keeper, the commentator, or the crowd really managed to
Everyone was surprised by it, because no one. It's like we've been screaming out for somebody. He'll just shoot. He'll just take the shot. Just take the shot, and he just did. And I think it surprised everyone that, oh, we've got a striker who actually just hits the bloody ball. Brilliant. Well done. Amazing.
His match reaction is below as well. We've put the quote in here. I've got his full interview from Sky Sports if you just joined us or you're just coming out of the game. He said, it means a lot. The win is the main thing. Too right for us. We've been playing well, and it's just a matter of time. I'm happy for the win and the goal, and hopefully we can build on it. He goes on to say, always the first touch is the key. We've got very good players in midfield and the wings. They make the big difference. I've got to be there to finish. I'm just happy for the team. It's been coming. We've a very, very good week of training and deserved it. I wouldn't say I feel under pressure to score, I know my job. I have to score. But the way they brought me in, I needed a goal. I haven't played that much in the last month. I wasn't playing for Brighton towards the end. It was only my second goal of the season. I needed this goal. I'm here to help. I trust my teammates to put the right position to score. That was Neil Mapuay at the end of the game talking to.
That's the first time I heard that, but I love him.
Of course, well-known broadcaster, beginning with Sky.
He's fantastic. Fantastic.
It's going to be really interesting to see whether he plays alongside DCL. They're very different players, aren't they, Jeff?
Yeah, and I think just literally to go with your comment, I don't think it's a conversation we need to keep having. We don't need to say, are we going to play two up top? Are we going to play one up top? We've got options, and so I think that we can play whoever's the best suited 11 for the game that we're playing, for the opposition that we're playing. So sometimes maybe two up top works, maybe sometimes have him on the bench. And the same for all the players. You're starting to look now and see that we've got a squad of players. Decore's back now. He came on and he did all right. A lot of people complained that when Gray was taken off, but we still created chances after he was taken off. He was tired and he needed to be taken off. The same with Gordon. We took him off and we replaced him, and we still continued playing football. We still continued creating chances. So we don't need to be worried about why aren't they playing today? Because every single player on that pitch made a contribution, did something. They brought something to the game, and that's fine. That's what we want. That's what we've always wanted, is a team and a squad that everyone can stand up and be counted and be part of what we're building here. And I'm so happy for Frank Lampard. I really am. I'm so happy for Lampard, because this feels like a vindication that he is building something, and you can see it. You can see it now. Is we're not just a team that we're a team that's going to win games on our own merit, not because we just one player does something good, but we're earning our points now. We're defending well. The midfield's strong. We're creating chances, and we're getting better, and we're going to continue getting better. It's just, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Yeah.
Yeah, we can't wipe the smiles off our faces. I'm sure the people watching can't either. Alex Iwobi, who stood out he got more space than some of the players on the pitch due to his positioning. I think it might have been to do with the fact that Garner was there. Garner was immense again, but he just looks like he's been playing the last 20 games for Everton, Gay. So I think that's given Iwobi more space. It's given Gray an opportunity. Gordon probably wasn't his best game, was it? But in terms of Iwobi, he's just getting better and better. His quotes down here, by the way, we've put it in. He makes a spot on point about the win going to break. It was massive for us, Dan, to get the 3 points today, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was just that we needed that win. I said on one of the channels before this, it literally was like a 9-point game, because it was a difference between looking like you're going to go down to cracking on and looking like you can get top 6, top 4, because it knocks us up to 8th or 10th or something, doesn't it? And our next game, 8th, and our next game, Southampton, which I'm massively fancies on. So if we can crack on this now, we're good. I'm not thinking. I'm telling you something. This is just the start as well. You've got to remember that's the first start Ghana Gay has started. And Iwobi hasn't played with Ghana Guy, and neither has Onana. So we're like a flower just starting to grow. And it's only going to get more beautiful and beautiful as it fucking connects.
Oh God. You are the person off that film. You've got all sorts of
Avatar.
And spiritual.
We spoke about how the likes of Brentford and Newcastle made good starts.
All right, Eugene, how you doing, buddy?
The perspective that we've got now is that we're just a point behind them, and we know that Newcastle and Brentford have been playing out their skin. I think Everton have been playing quite well, but we've not capitalised on the performances.
Yep.
We're in second gear. We're in second gear, and I'm not even joking. We ain't even started yet. This is gonna get like that. That was a goal. We ain't even hit goal scoring form yet. That was like we've just started to get confidence now. You'll probably see more goals go in. We're solid in defence. It's getting stronger and stronger. And can I just say this? Tarkowski, I love you. I generally do love you. Like to do that was dirty. That was on Ghana guy. He's a small lad, and that was dirty. That was. And Tarkowski is a boss. You know what? If he's your dad, you don't get bullied at school. Tarkowski is an absolute leader. He's a machine. He's a beast. And he means business, and no one was holding him back. And I would love to play for Tarkowski in his team because I would do everything I could for him because he is a warrior, like a proper do that. And it's not the first time. He did it with Mills, and he did it with another time with Gordon when Gordon went head to head. And I love him. He is the player that I love as well. Tarkowski.
Yeah, let's read some of these comments.
Yeah, I love him. Tarkowski. I've got to big him up.
Yeah, Everton up to 13th. Solid performance from the lads. Really impressed with Demarai Gray. Are you doing the messages, Brent?
I'm happy for you to do them.
Up the Toffees. Hang on a second. I just wanted to read some of these. Afternoon, Eugene. Let's go. Yeah, nice one.
Maupay is a baller. Exactly what I said. Kevin said that. Maupay is a baller.
Thank F, we're off the mark. Yeah. No backlift. Yeah, it was a lovely strike. That it really was a lovely strike. The keeper had no chance.
What a goal! And
he only had 2 shots on target all game. That was one of them.
Let me just give our goalkeeper a little bit of a shout out. He made some cracking saves, and he's pretty solid, clean sheet, and he did have to make saves as well. And
it was
one of them, the fingertip
at
one.
the end.
Yeah, the fingertip one.
Inside of the post, I was a panic merchant there. That was
yeah, absolutely. Heart in the mouth time, and there was a Benrahma crossing or something at the end as well. And the last 10 minutes was the usual nerviness, but you just sense that at home we've seen it happen before, where we've been able to see out games.
Yeah.
I do think though, when we learn
champagne around, darlings.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I do think though, when we learn, when we go 1-0 up and we go 2-3, that's what we need to do. I don't want us to sit on a 1-0. I want us to counter-attack and kill the game off. We need to learn how to do that because this sitting back, they hit the post and stuff like that. And if you sit back, they will attack and you'll shit your pants every game when you're 1-0 up. This is the reason it happened the last 2 games. Don't do that because there was a couple of chances where we could have gone up and gone 2-0, but instead we turned around, started passing it and thought, let's pass it and kill time. No, don't pass it and kill time. Go up the pitch, score the second goal and say bye-bye. We've won the game. That's what you've got to do.
But we're controlling the ball, which is good.
Yeah, but it wasn't. It was scary because
this is a good point from Kadeem.
Don't do that.
So proud of the boys. We were the better team. West Ham was so bad. Now, you could say that they were so bad, but were they so bad because we made them bad? That's the thing, is they're not a bad side. They're not a bad side. They're a good side. But we nullified them, and they had, they had so many options. They had good players starting the game. They had good players on the bench. And they used their bench. They brought on a lot of really top players, and we kept it quiet. We did so well. I think that when you've got Mr. fucking Carragher saying that the better side won, and they didn't deserve anything from the game. That's true because they didn't deserve anything from the game. We deserved a win. We were the better side. We played good football. Controlled possession. I think I can't remember the last time we actually dominated possession in a football match.
Yeah, only just though. Yeah, 53% of the ball. But it just looked like Everton were great in transition compared to last year, where it took us ages to get up the pitch. In fact, I don't think we got up the pitch unless we booted it up.
Hang on a second. Can I just check? I just want to clean the screen. That looks like Ryan smiling. Is that Ryan smiling then?
Yes,
he's gone.
It is.
Yeah.
That's a Ryan smile. Oh my god.
He's been
a screenshot time.
Come
Yes.
on, screenshot. Yay, Ryan's smiling. Come on.
It wasn't the best game.
Give us your words.
It really wasn't the best game. I mean, the first 45 minutes, we were saying in the park end, it was like watching paint dry. I don't know whether that transcended quite well on the TV, but it was a really flat atmosphere. I don't want this to come across the wrong way, but all the sort of the somber mood before the game, the lack of the Z cars, not even announcing the players, all of that contributed to quite a flat atmosphere. Don't kill me, the monarchy people. But it did. And a friend of mine who went in the game who said to me, hadn't been before in a long time, said this has really, killed the atmosphere. And it didn't get going that first half. No chances. And I felt we played with a bit of fear, maybe. And then...
not fear, but a bit of hesitation.
Yeah. It was almost like we were worried to do something, but I think a lot of that comes down to... there was quite a few misplaced passes. I could see what we were trying to do. The wingers on either side make a run inside. They took in, and that movement basically is a signal for the fullback to come forward into that space and vacate it. There's a lot of rotations happening between the central midfielder who plays on the side, the fullback, and the winger, and it's nice. And it didn't quite come off. I didn't think we had much of a focal point in the first half, and then second half. David said to me, sits next to me, he went, we're gonna concede. The only way we're gonna concede here is a set piece or on a silly transition where we've maybe overcommitted or we make a mistake. And to be fair, we didn't concede, but there were two massive chances which were exactly that. A transitional mistake, a set piece. We rode our luck. The goal was very good if you watch it. Iwobi is running inside. Maupay takes a nice touch and you think, it's going to be hard to score, but he hits it on the half volley. It's front post, great finish. And then I think Everton then had a ragged sort of 10, 15-minute spell where West Ham were like all over us, and you just needed someone to
they were going to come back into it though. Yeah.
Someone
they were going to come back into it.
The game. It was good to see the goal, the two centre backs for Everton, like actually saying stay down and there was some tactical injuries happening there with Tarkowski and Cody. Very clever. I liked that. And then I think we did come back into it, but there wasn't really the intent to go and attack. It was just about keeping the ball, waiting for maybe West Ham to make a mistake and holding out for the game. And I think that was for about 25 minutes. And unfortunately, I had to leave 5 minutes before the end to make sure I could get home because I'm performing in a restaurant at 5:30. Which is why my reaction is 2 minutes long, short and sweet. And I look forward to listening back to you guys as always later.
Thanks, Ryan.
Excellent.
Really great.
Enjoy. Get in.
Have a good night, mate.
Enjoy the win. Before the game. Saw Jan before the game, which was quite funny. He was telling me all his stories. We'll save them for another time.
I'm sure we'll get the Viking on. And there's no doubt that there'll be a poem about this one. Everton's first victory of the year. Thanks very much to our founder, my brother Ryan. And he's joined us having come out the park end embarrassingly 5 minutes early. I would never do that. Boys, have you done that? Have you left the ground early?
No.
I just love that he went off screen and forgot he was there and he'd come back on and it was just like, oh, no, I
just tried to wipe. I tried to wipe it off, but
not after seeing Joe Max Moore score on the 92nd minute in the Gladys Street. While I'm level with it, no way am I leaving before the end, unless. We're 5-2 down against Brentford at home. In which case,
fair enough.
I'm already I'm in Stanley Park. Anyway, what Ryan said was Cody and Tarkowski, they are absolutely immense, aren't they? What a partnership. And the thing is, Everton have got partnerships in the team now. We didn't have those partnerships. So the spine of the team was very weak last year. I feel like it's all improved in that department this year.
Yeah. Good question, Eugene. I love Nathan Patterson. I think he's just, to me, he's like almost a perfect Everton player and has the potential, in my opinion, to be the real true heir to the sort of, I think he might actually be a better player than Coleman. And I think he's more going to be on the Baines level of like we're going to love him that much that I think, he could play for the next 10, 12 years and be a legend at this club. I think he's a fantastic player.
Was he your man of the match then, Jeff?
And it's a tough call. It really is, because I could probably name, I could genuinely name 5 or 6 players who I thought were excellent. Someone we've not even mentioned so far as I've heard was our captain for the day, Connor Cody. Like, he made an absolute last-ditch tackle to save probably a certain goal in the first half, and he just bossed the show. He ran the show, and he was all over the place. Tarkowski was excellent. Mikolenko defensively brilliant again, put in some really good tackles. The keeper did. Oh, he's gone. The keeper was excellent.
What happened then? Was that me?
No, I don't know, to be honest. He just dropped out.
I don't know if I clicked something.
Did you break it?
I don't know. Someone said they got a spam in the messages, and I just went to get the person out the messages, but then he went off.
Oh, right. I have no idea. He'll probably come back in a sec.
Where is he? No, he probably won't know unless... is he back?
Yeah, here he is. He's back.
Too many shortcuts.
So yeah, I think there was...
David Moyes, but carry on, Jeff.
No, you're right, mate. So
what happened to you then?
I did a shortcut. I was just about to bring in the quote, the post-match reaction from David Moyes, and which I've now got. It's there, and I pressed one of these shortcuts, and it just quit the browser instead. Just too many shortcuts. Anyway,
there you go. I've got rid of Sam in the comments. I'm sorry, but it looked like
fine. We'll bring him back in a minute. It was just interesting. I like Moyes' last part, which is we had a game on Thursday. Well, unfortunately, that's life, isn't it? I mean, can't use that as an excuse, Mr. Moyes. No. Yeah, I don't think that was a good West Ham performance, but
how much of that was down to us?
But
yeah,
he's gone.
He's gone again.
Yeah.
It was good to see Decore back. Yeah, it was. You're back again. Yeah, it was great to see Decore back. And like I said, that one of the big problems that we've had as a team for quite some time is a lack of depth, lack of players on the bench who can come on and affect the game. Whether that's even if it's just closing out the game and tightening things up, and that's fine. But we need that. We need options, and we've still got other players to come back as well. We've still got Gordon, who will be back. Godfrey, who will be back fairly soon. Holgate, will be back fairly soon. Hopefully, Garner, after a couple of weeks of training. I don't know whether he's in the England under-21 squads, but he's someone who's going to be influencing games soon. So it's just great that we're starting to look like a proper football club again, instead of an absolute crap show. Playing like a team at last. Yeah,
it's work in progress. You know, we've not been able to finish the chances, but it's solid. It's just solid. The performance overall was so good that I don't think we've been able to really single out any particular player. And we've always had to name our goalie as like the man of the match most of these games. It's great to say that, you know, most of the team did the job today and it was a solid team performance. If we'd come out 3-0, we'd be even happier. It could have been different. Lampard has spoken to Sky Sports. He says, the reality is we've worked hard this season and deserve more. Our fans are amazing. To hold on, fight, dig in, we showed a lot in parts. We'll get better. This team has to be a reflection of the fans, the passion of the fans. They demand things and they've seen better. We have players who can deliver that, characters. Hopefully our football can get even better. Hopefully the fans are happy. Nobody is getting carried away. At the moment, there's a decent feeling around the place. He said, we brought Maupay in for this reason. He's a proven Premier League scorer. We played some games earlier this season with false nines, trying to find solutions. There were times in games with a little bit of with a bit of clinical finishing, we would have got more points. How close he kept that first touch and how quickly his shot is why we scored. You can see we've added a lot in the dressing room. We have to be hard to beat.
Yeah.
He speaks with a lot of sense, doesn't he, Dan?
Yeah.
We've had some rubbish out of managers in the last 5 years, but he talks a lot of sense.
He always hits a nail on the head, doesn't he, on everything he says. He's probably one of the best speakers I've ever known as a manager. Literally everything he says is bang on. He hits the points. He doesn't go round things. He says what he thinks. He connects with the team. On that department, he's bang on, Lampard, isn't he? He generally is bang on. And
I think because there's not a huge gap between him and the players in terms of age. It's not long ago since he played. He just seems to really get everything that epitomizes Everton, the players, the spirit, the fans. He's got a brilliant connection. And you're right, Dan. It's like he's watching the same game. But there were managers, some of the interviews that we've seen with the past managers we've had in the last few years. And it's like, well, what game are you watching? Why do you not state the obvious? Why are you not mentioning that? Because it's so obvious what's happening here. But he's done well. And it looks like Everton are going to go into this 2-week international break with a victory under their belts, looking forward rather than backwards. I was dreading a relegation, sleepless night period again. We had enough of that last year. Just getting through some more comments here. I just
keep blocking Sam in the comments. That's just my mission.
Spammed.
Yeah, no, well, he just keeps saying, I'll never go away. But I love it, because we've just won. And all he can do is come on an Everton chat and talk about Everton and putting Everton and this, that, and the other. And I love it. Do you know when people start reacting like that? I love it. I generally love it. If he has got nothing better to do than come in an Everton chat and talk about Everton, saying Everton, if that's all he's got, I just find it funny.
Big hi to Adam Learman, just said hi. We've also got a number of regulars who just joined us. All your regulars, make sure you get your friends to like, subscribe. We are doing extremely well with our followers, pushing 1,500, I think now. And we want to get 60. We want to get as many fans in the new ground as there are subscribers to Everton. That is our aim. So we want to try and get. Is it 52,000 in the new ground? Jeff, have you got any precise numbers? Yeah, we want to get 52,000.
There's my comment.
Before we're in the new ground, we need to get 52,000 subscribers. So we're on our way, aren't we?
We're on 96, 98 now live. So it's not too bad.
Boys should have been.
And the premiere of Avatar 3 is also here right now as well. So we should get more subscribers from that.
Well, yeah.
Demarai Gray had a fantastic game. I mean, we spoke about Iwobi, but Gray got into some spaces. He had the beating of their defenders.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, and he's starting to do. I mean, it's still sporadic, but you're starting to see that there's an end product to what he's doing now. He's beating a man, but then he's whipping the ball in. There was a couple of times where he beat the guy and then he whipped the ball in, and nobody made the run at the far post.
There was one that just beat by the Gladys Street post, the right-hand post of the Gladys Street. Yeah. We all wanted to be there just to tap it in.
Yeah, and
there's a bit more of an end product from Demarai Gray. He looks sharper. He looks faster. He was good. There was a transition with him and Gordon that got us at the pitch really quickly in the first half. It wasn't so good in the first half. There were elements where I can see what Ryan's saying about the Park End and how it was a bit still. I still thought we were quite good first half, but then second half we really kicked on. It was the goal that brought the game to life as much as anything. But
and not just brought the game to life, but brought the whole crowd, because it's like you said, it was. I've said before, and it's felt like this all season. We've been waiting for the touch paper to get lit, because it's like the longer you go with that first win on the board. There's a little underlying tension inside that everyone's just wanting to get behind the team, and we can all see that there's good stuff going on, and we're building something here. But you just want to see that result. You want to see that, and this is the first time we've been ahead this season. Like, obviously, we've equalised in a game. We've got a couple of clean sheets now, but this was the first time we've actually gone ahead in a game. And that simple fact just brought the whole thing to life, and everyone was suddenly excited and happy. And it's like, then we've got something to hold on to as well. And it's just felt like for a while that as soon as we get that first one on the board, I think now, like having that first one on the board, I want the next game. I want the next game like now. It's annoying that there's an international break, but I mean, I know we're going into the international break on the back of a win, and the table looks a bit better, and that's good. But you just want the next game now, because
it's a chicken and the egg though. Because if we'd lost this game, you just don't know what to do. You're regrouping, and if you draw it, we've won it now. We kind of want the next game to come. But I think what we should do is we should just enjoy Italy v England, England Germany. Just sit back, no Premier League action. This game has been a while in coming. But how long have you been able to enjoy 2 weekends consecutively without Everton losing?
One thing
winning.
One thing I will say is that the break. No, I'm the same. A break is never good for us. We don't know what these new players will be like, because they might be better with a break.
Sorry,
they might be better with a break. But the break for us, when you watch today's game, I watch it hardcore. I do. Onana put in a challenge where he picked up quite a big knock. I seen it. It hurt him when he put in a challenge. Cody tightened up. There was a lot of players that I feel picked up a couple of knocks today. So that break might be perfect timing to just get us back, because there was some challenges today where a few of our players will be feeling it. So it might. I honestly think Onana, it scared me when he put in that tackle, because as soon as he got up, he didn't. It was one of them where he went in to just clear the ball and the player to make himself look hardcore, but he did it in a way where he really hurt himself. Onana did, and after that, I thought he was going to come off, but he battled it out.
He's work in progress, isn't he, Onana? I think he started like a house on fire with some of those other games. He was a bit more paced out today. I think he realised that he can't go hell for leather for 90 minutes playing the way he did. It was almost like headless chicken mode when he came on against Villa. But he did well. He scored a goal, but also, he can't keep that up for 90 minutes. We probably saw more of what we'll expect from Onana. They were definitely targeting him from crosses, and he was trying to hide. He was trying to duck down.
Have a good night, mate. Enjoy that win.
Cheers, Peter.
But yeah, good to see Decore back on as well. The squad, it's got a bit more depth to it, a few more windows, and God, if we get 3 good strikers in.
Look at this.
Total,
look at this.
What?
Yeah.
Look at this comment. Unbeaten in 6, including the cup. That's hardcore. That is. We have got good stats, We're not an easy team to play now.
No.
I know we needed this win because draws have just become irritating, but it's still, those draws are still good because teams haven't beat us. Like, we are unbeaten. That's quite a big thing.
There's pros and cons, because you get more points for winning and then losing, but then you get beat and it knocks your confidence.
Yeah.
But we've not picked up the points that we maybe deserved. I think we needed a couple
good
more.
One. James Vaughan, I'm not happy, Hammer.
Don't worry about it, mate.
No, but he's all right. I think he's one of the decent ones. So
generally, I haven't got nothing against West Ham. I thought it was going to be a close game today, and it was a close game. But I generally do think, and I think West Ham fans will agree with this, I think we deserve to win because we controlled the game on possession. We was in their half more than what there was ours. They had a couple of chances at the end where they could have scored, but that was because we sat back and we invited the chances on, which we have done. That's our biggest weakness.
I love this
when we've gone 1-0, we can't defend out the 1-0. And we all, I bet you, the Steve as well, had the last couple of games in your head where we've gone 1-0 and it went 1-1. And I was thinking, don't do that. Oh,
absolutely. Again. I thought that game was going to end up 1-1, to be honest.
Yeah,
especially because I put cheeky quid on, bet responsibly, by the way, if you're watching this. But I did put only a quid on today's game, and it was 1-0 Maupay. I put it in the group, as you know, you saw. That's why I've got a bit of a reputation of these scorecasts. It wasn't hard. The team picked themselves. The team basically picked itself.
Yeah.
If we were going to win that game, it was going to be our striker up front, a persistent, whoever you want to call it. He's kind of like a badger. Yeah,
A
he's a
pest.
badger.
Yeah.
He's
I
sad
like
that
this
Sam
com-
is.
I like
That
this
Sam in
comment
our
from
comments is sad.
Yeah, I like this
Mm.
comment from Martin. I've never stopped loving our team, but for a long time, didn't like them. It's great to start liking the team again, and that's to me that's a brilliant comment because I know exactly what you mean, Martin. We've been we've been tough to watch, and such a frustrating side. And I think like we've got a team of players that you can like because they give everything. They give everything.
Gave everything.
They're not the best team in the world. No one's going to pretend that we're going to rip the league apart and all this kind of stuff. No, we're not. We're a work in progress. But the work in progress starts from building team spirit, building a hard work ethic, a team that battles and fights for each other as well. Players that back each other up, like you said, with Tarkowski going off and kicking off at the,
Love it.
like players back each other up and stuff like that. And
We're going to be good, you know. I'm telling you, we're going to be good.
I love seeing that. I don't know if you saw Onana. There was a lot of stuff in the post match, but like Onana went across, and the fans gave it. Yeah, but he gave one of the fans asked for a selfie, and he took the camera. He took the camera off the fan and walked onto the pitch, then held it up and did the video like that of himself, like with all the fans.
Did you see?
Bought into that whole atmosphere, and
he's like that anyway.
Well. So yeah, that was great to see.
He plays off that. He's like that before he come. He loves the atmosphere. That's the reason he's come.
Yeah.
He loves it. And do you know? Did you also see when Onana went up to Iwobi when he kept it in the corner and stuff? And Onana went up to Iwobi and he was like patting him on the back and loving it and stuff.
Yeah.
Onana likes that. He likes to pump. And we didn't have players with personality. We had no players with personality. And we've got that we were saying last season. No one's showing personality where like. That's what wins you games sometimes is personality in the game. No one was showing that. And then now you've got Cody, big personality. Tarkowski's coming, big personality. Onana, big personality. Garner Gate, big personality. Maupay, I tell you something, he's cracking and he looks like he's got a bit about him because he was shouting about and everything.
And when you've got the running and the press up front, like Maupay's giving, everyone else wants to give. There was a lot of
I want to see his stats, Steve. I want to see his running stats today because Maupay's stats of running today. I watched him and he did not stop, not even for a breather. He does not stop. And he's fast speed as well. And he's absolutely everywhere. I've never seen someone run as much as him. And you don't notice it until you've got him. And I was watching him. He was like closing him down, coming back to defense, helping them, helping the midfield. Everywhere. He's at Maupay. He's going to be a signing that we don't even realize that we've made. That's incredible. I love it.
Again, another good comment from Michael. Equal second best defense in the league, and there's an old saying which I don't know whether people know, but it's like goals win games, defenses win championships, and that's the kind of thing that if you keep clean sheets, you're going to win games. You only need one goal to win a game. If you keep a clean sheet, one goal wins a game, and it's a bit David Moyes. It is. It is a bit back to the David Moyes days, although I'm not saying that was going to be as limited because Frank Lampard is clearly someone with more ambition than just being a best of the rest side or whatever. He'll want to take us on further than that. But the one thing that you've got to say is he recognised when he came in to take over the job, he looked about and he saw what we had and he knew what needed to be done. We had to shut the back door. We had to start making mistakes. We had to start working as a team. We had to build a structure that can be relied upon. We've got players who we can rely upon now. And that's the hard work. He's put the foundations in place for what could be a very good side. And, if this is now, last season was just a firefighting exercise. This is season one for Lampard. And he's put the foundation in place. And you just think, if this is us after like 6 weeks of Lampard, imagine how good we're going to be when he's like made a couple more additions and a couple more changes, and we've got a little bit more confidence and experience, and we're not fighting looking over our shoulder. Because that's the other thing is, a lot of games, if you're playing looking over your shoulder, worried about losing, you can play with less ambition. And I think that's a little bit of what we saw today, is that, we're still a little bit worried about not losing. And so sometimes we lack a bit of ambition going forward. But I think that'll come the more we do, because we can rely on our defence and we can rely on our midfield. Those forward players are going to get more ambition. They're going to take more risks, and I think we're just going to get better and better and better. Sorry, I had a little rant then.
Spot on little rant. If you're interested, Brighton have conceded the fewest goals. They've conceded 5. Everton, Liverpool have conceded 6. So have Bournemouth. So have Villa as well. Tight at the back is the way to go. It stops you from getting beat. We finished 4th under Moyes. It's work in progress, Jeff. It's got to take time to transition from a side that no one would want to watch, particularly including our fans, never mind neutrals, to a side that, we're giving it our all. You can see the performances. There was a lot of bite in the first half, particularly. Everton were trying to win the ball, breakaway. What do we think of Gordon? Well, he's not been great. You can't be on top form every game, can you, Dan?
No, Gordon, he won his. He basically, like, the 2 games where Gordon scored, he got us the draws, didn't he? And he was fantastic, and he carried us. We was relying on Gordon, and the 2 games where he scored, he was class. Gordon was, and his goals was amazing. But now we have 11 good players. We don't need to rely on one good player. Gordon, he got back. He did his defensive work. He put a shift in, but he isn't always going to shine. But as long as he puts I don't mind that. If you don't have the best game, then fair enough, because it doesn't always happen. But as long as you put the graft in, I can live with that. And Gordon did put the graft in today, so I can live with that. Yeah. Good games will come from him because he's a class player. But I do think, don't put pressure on him just because that price tag in the transfer window. Just see what happens with him. He'll be good. I've got trust in him.
Yeah.
Top 3 Everton rated players on BBC are Iwobi, Gray, Patterson. But to be honest, they're all scoring in the 7s. No one really scores much lower than 7. Tarkowski, Gay, they all did really well. I mean, this is what I'm saying about it being a team performance. Stats were pretty much even in terms of possession. Everton 53%, West Ham 47%. West Ham had the better of the shots. They had twice as many as Everton's 7. There were 2 on target. There were Damari Gray curling chance in the Gloucester Street. I don't think that was ever going in, to be honest. But of course, the goal was the other one. West Ham had 4 on target, but they were well ahead in corners. And Everton defended those 14 corners really well, didn't they?
Yeah.
I think this comment's
interesting here. Yeah, you think 14 callers last year would probably concede 4 goals.
Yeah.
I think that comment's interesting. Maupay is a little bit like Richarlison, and I can see it because he's a nuisance, and he's everywhere. He is a proper nuisance, and Richarlison didn't.
I think he's even more of a nuisance. Richarlison gave everything for the blue shirt. He had that bit of quality.
Maupay, I reckon Maupay's going to be like him. I tell you, he was everywhere today. He doesn't stop, and he looks happy. He looks happy when he scored. Because when you get some players, you think, did they want the move? Are they interested? And you analyse their body language and stuff like that. And when he scored, he wanted to score, and he's itching to do well for us, and that's good. That is good news. That is. And Maupay, hopefully, he can crack on now, because even it's nice to put Rondon on the last 5 minutes, just to hold the ball up. That's how we wanted it with Rondon.
People said, like, when because I know we had talk on the channel about signing Maupay, and a lot of people turning their nose up, and they were like, "Yeah, but he doesn't score enough goals and whatever." And I said, my comment was, "Yeah, he's not going to score 3 or 4 goals a game. He's not going to be that guy. But, and this is to me, this is what matters. He scores important goals. He scores important goals. Goals that win a game. That's the goals he scores. So he might only score 7, 8, 10 goals this season. But if 8 or 10 goals or 7 goals that he scores, every single one of them's a match winner. He's more than made the transfer a worthwhile decision, because he scores goals that win you a football game, and they're priceless. So, like I said, if he scores 7, 8, 10 goals, whatever, I'm happy with that, because it's enough, because we've got other players who can also score a goal and every now and then, and everyone's got to chip in, don't they? You know, and that's how you build a team. You know, we're not going to have a 30-goal season striker like Alfie Haaland or something, because they cost like 100 million or 50 million or whatever it is. But if every player that we've got adds something to the side, add it all together, and we're going to be a good, solid team, and that's the base to build from. That's what I said is, you're building something that's going to get better and better and better over time. So yeah, I'm just really happy with.
There's definitely clear development, Jeff. That's the main thing.
Yeah,
that we've turned the corner.
I think more goals for Maupay. I just read in the comments as well. You was on about Haaland. Haaland has got the more service than like that team that he's got behind him. He's got amazing service. You look at the Everton team. We haven't connected yet. When our midfield connects properly with time, when Iwobi and Onana start looking up and realizing and seeing Maupay's runs are incredible, I think you're going to see a goal every game. Or Mfingi, and someone's just said now, probably he'll get 15 goals. Probably Maupay will this season. I generally think he will.
Depends on how many games he gets, because you would think that DCL is going to come straight in.
He's
not maybe
got
in the
big
next
competition.
game. But...
He's got big competition now, though, hasn't he? And I also think the good thing is, which we've already said before, is Maupay, if Gray or Gordon ain't doing it, you can put Maupay on the wing, because he is that sort of player that can run down the wing.
I would love him to be
Sergio Aguero style.
If he could be like 30% of Sergio Aguero, that'll do for me.
That goal that he scored today, generally, you can't really. If Haaland scored that goal, I'm not even joking. If Haaland
earlier about
goal,
Haaland,
I would have been saying it's world class.
About whether Haaland can get anywhere near Dixie Dean's 60. He's got 11 already. Conversion rate 42%. He's in that City side. I don't think he'll get 60, but he's probably going to get 40.
Yeah, he probably will. I think he failed a little bit last game to not get 3, but
he's ridiculous.
Every game, shouldn't he?
It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. What do you guys think?
I don't think he'll score against us. I think he'll meet his match when he gets Connor Cody and Tarkowski. I think we've got
defensively, the heart's on the sleeve. They're playing for the club. The spine of the team so much better. The fullbacks have so much promise. If this is work in progress, then there's a lot to look forward to. Last year, there were times when I must admit I did not want to watch Everton play.
Correct.
No?
Yeah,
we've got one of the best defenses in the Premier League. And so centre back wise, I'm not even joking. I think Tarkowski and Cody. You give me 2 centre backs that are better than them in the Premier League. I mean, I know someone will give me like 2 centre backs, but if you give me Man United centre backs or Chelsea's centre backs, or I don't think
as a pair. I think as a pair, because I think I could name one centre back at several clubs who were good.
Yeah,
but then the other one isn't. The other one isn't as good. I think that the two of them together is what makes it. And this is an interesting comment from Dave. Lampard has brought the team and the fans back together. Gone are the days of moans if a player misses a pass or has a shot and that's something that's it might not seem such an obvious thing to say, but you're exactly right. No one's getting on any players back if they make a mistake now. We didn't get like boos at half time because it was 0-0. They got applauded off the pitch, but no one's like, oh my God, what are you doing? Or those shouts from the crowd of like, oh my God, he's useless, or X, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, we're starting to come together as a team, as a club.
What a clearance off the line. I know this is not linked to anything, but Cody, like I thought that was in the back of the net. Do you know where you just think he kicks it in the back of his own net because the ball is that dangerous where you can't clear it? I generally don't know how Connor Cody managed to clear that without putting it in the back of his own net. Like that's a goal. That is a goal. Do you know what I mean? Like generally that was a goal.
Yeah.
As a defender, you say, how does a defender score a goal? That's how he scores a goal, because that was an insane.
Creates good chemistry.
Yeah,
Right.
and he was bang on. Cody was, and Tarkowski, they was bang on today, and set pieces last season and in pre-season, we was absolutely diabolical. Every set piece would go in the back of our net. Set pieces today, they had a lot of corners and a lot of balls coming our box, and we was solid. And we looked.
Yeah,
I am actually comfortable now. I don't feel scared on set pieces, which I feel
it was like Halloween every time that the opposition got a corner. I'm like, God.
It's like Halloween.
We're going to concede because it was just like marshmallows, just so soft in the centre. And now we look solid. 14 corners against West Ham. And, you know, David Moyes is big on his set pieces, isn't he? The next game, if you're interested, is Saturday, the 1st of October, 3:00 kickoff, and it's down at Southampton, and then Everton face Man U. I've got that one down at 7:00 on a Sunday night. That can't be right. The 9th of October.
No, it is.
7:00. When did they get
on
that
a Sunday
from?
night? Yeah, 7:00 on a Sunday night. I don't know why.
I'm happy with those fixtures.
I think Nora Jones might know why, but anyway. And then Everton go down to Tottenham. I'll be there for that one. I don't know if I can stay up for the Man U game. That's ridiculous that they stuck that on at the end of the weekend. But at least I think going into those fixtures on the back of this, I'm not scared of any of those. Obviously, Tottenham away will be hard, but
I'm looking forward to Man U, and I think Southampton, we can do it. It's similar to West Ham. Like, you feel like you should beat them, but you've still got to go and do it. And I feel like Man U, they'll be on a bit of a high because they're starting to play good. But I'm ready for Man U. I am ready for them. Yeah. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. I like Everton. I don't know what's happened. Like, generally, I don't know how we.
Got you to like Everton.
No. But generally, like last season, I was getting our lineup at the start, and I was thinking, oh my God. Now I like all 11, and I don't know how we've done it this window. How the heck did we go and get one of Wolves' best defenders, Connor Cody, the captain, one of Burnley's best defenders, Tarkowski, and then get these centre midfield? Oh my God, I don't know how we've done this window. I really don't. Like, our team's turned around on this window.
It's amazing how, like, the moaning, even 4 weeks, like, even going into the, like, sort of the last 2 weeks of the window, people were still complaining, and
us included.
I just think that, like, it was always going to take time. It was always going to be difficult, but it was more important to get the right players for the right deals, the right price, etc., etc., etc. Because it's a long-term project, but you have to build it on solid foundations, don't you? And
it is remarkable how quickly they've done it, though, Jeff.
Yeah, it is.
I think we're all in awe of how they've managed to turn it around from such a bad dire state. Everyone was kind of
to Thelwell as well. You know,
I think everyone was clinging on to the fact that we only got, it was like one striker that we added, and we weren't sure if Rondon was going, and then Dominic Calvert-Lewin was injured, and then we know we couldn't play a Gordon up front. Everyone was clinging on to that. They were missing the fact that they were trying to rebuild the whole side. We were so easy to beat, so predictable.
I just read that what's happened to Jan Maka. I know Jan's the famous one, and you're probably disappointed that you've got me. You know what I mean? But Jan, he went to the game, and some of us, like it's easier for us that didn't go. Jan was at the game, so it's harder for him to get on, but he'll be on. We all know he's famous. Don't worry, he'll be on.
Yeah, he'll be on, and I'm sure we'll be reacting to the match in more detail, and with the international break, we'll still be able to
have streams and stuff like that. Yeah,
exactly. Spot on, Dan. And then as Everton head into November, before the international break comes, we've got Fulham away, Leicester at home. Don't know what state Leicester are going to be in, and how many times does this happen? But Bournemouth away twice in a week. Away in Bournemouth, we might as well stay on the seaside coast and just camp out down there. And then comes this big World Cup
one's a league and one's
yeah, it's crazy how many times that happens, though, to different clubs where they get the same. I think we got Liverpool twice. We got Liverpool in the cup, and then we got Liverpool in the league in the same week, and I just can't cope with that. Anyway, then there's a big international break, and then the whole season gets squashed in. And I think Everton, with the injuries that were coming back with, it won't be long before there's another transfer window where maybe there's another attacking option to bring in, but I think we're all made up with what we've seen today. Don't get too carried away. We've only won 1 out of 7, but
No, but you still got to give them credit when they've done well. That's the thing.
Yeah,
like
you could also say we've only lost 2 out of 7. So
it was coming. The win was coming because I'm not being funny. We could have won the last 2 games. We was doing the right thing. We've got this. I don't know how we do it, but we go 1-0 up, which is a really hard thing to get the first goal. We go 1-0 up, and we've done it 3 games now in a row. We've gone 1-0 up, and the other 2 we ended up going 1-1. But this one we managed to see it out. But the fact we can actually get the first goal and be in control of the win is good. I just like I said earlier on, I just feel that when we go 1-0 up, I want Lampard to get us on the counter-attack and go 2-3. I want to be that team that gets that big win that we all wanted today. But we did the job. We holded the 1-0, and it will come. It will get better. But we're regularly, like we said last season, you as well, Steve, we didn't know what we was going to get. You keep watching Everton and you don't know what you're going to get. We had no style of play, no nothing. We literally we didn't know what we was. And this season now, we're seeing the same thing every week and watching it improve and improve and improve. So we've got a style of play, consistent style of play.
To Begovic today, he did it.
And that's the only way that we're going to improve now, because we've got that platform where we know what we're going to get every week, but we just work on it to get better and better and better, and eventually we'll get something really good. And with the players that we've got, I'm excited to see where this can go, because this is good. Like generally, really, really good and excited. It's only going to get better and better for me.
And you're right, Desinterix. Last season we were struggling to pick a man of the match. Now we're struggling. Like literally, if you were to sit down and say, like, who was the player who didn't perform? Like last year at times you were struggling to pick people out who'd had a good game. You could pick out maybe 1 or 2 players per game who did all right. Now you're struggling to find somebody who had a bad game, because even the players that didn't necessarily have the best game in some respects did all the basic stuff really well. So, like you say, Gordon, the last couple of games hasn't done as much. He scored in the 2 games, but the last 2 games hasn't looked quite as good going forward. But he's still putting in the work. He's still doing his defensive job. He's still putting in tackles and being a snide. He's still doing like the basics of football that every footballer needs to do, because not everyone is going to have the best game every game. You can't guarantee that. People are going to be up and down, and sometimes they'll have good games, sometimes they'll have not so good games. But so long as that level of drop-off isn't from, like we had last year, where, someone would play like a 7 and then there'd be like a 2. Now you're talking like somebody might be a 6 today.
You talk about Gomez.
But we had quite a few players that were like that.
I think Gordon worked his socks off in the early games, and he needs space. This game proved was how other opposition see him as a danger, and they singled him out. And Iwobi was the one that got the space instead of Gordon, and he was effective with it.
Yeah. I'm gonna hit you with some good lyrics here. Last season, we had a team where everyone was scared to play in it, because it's who's going to make the mistake, who's going to get the shit. That's what it was last season. Nobody wanted to play in our team. It felt like that. It felt like everyone was scared to play. This season now, because our team is that good, everyone wants to be in it. It looks fun. And these players on the bench like Decore and Garner, and they want to get into the team because this looks good to play for Everton. It looks like you're going to play and you're going to get chances and it's going to be fun, and you don't have to cover positions. You just play that position and play to your best. And we're getting peak out of players now, because the thing is, like I say, if Onana doesn't have a good game, Decore's coming in. Decore last season was burnt out, relied on, and he had no one good to play with. Now Decore's coming in. He was our best player probably in centre mid last season. Now he's back up. This is how much we've improved. Garner's coming in. He's going to be class. The players coming in now are really, really strong, and the competition is really, really good. I used to be scared of us getting a yellow card or getting injuries and stuff like that. Now I'm not. We have a big squad. If we was in the, I'm not saying we're in the Europa League, but if we was in the Europa League, we have that type of squad where every position has good backup. Like you could hit every position. You could say, right, I don't mind this player coming on for this player because he could still do the job.
Yeah.
And that's good. That is. I'm generally really happy with that. Just a little point for me. Well, quite a big point, but there you go.
Yeah.
Spot on, Dan, as always.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah, we know
Danny Smith
Gomez.
today.
We know
Danny
Gomez
Smith.
was part of the clear out of I don't want to use the phrase Deadwood, but there I have. The players that didn't fit the players that didn't fit with Everton's ethos and playing style going forward under Lampard is my more diplomatic way. But there you go. I managed to slip in Deadwood anyway. Everyone, thank you so much for all your comments. We're up to the hour here on Follow Everton. Make sure that you get your friends to like, subscribe, and hit them on this channel because we are growing faster than Dan's going to replace the
growing. I'm an idiot. I won't have the face paint on next time, although it was lucky.
Oh, that's a shame. Why not? Why not?
Because I'm not joking. I didn't realize that it spreads blue everywhere. If you go down my stairs, everything I've touched is blue. So my partner is going to rip my head off.
So we'll have Eiffel 65 playing instead.
But I'll think of something else. Definitely, Steve. You know me. I try and make it entertaining.
Having you on, and thanks everyone who's been watching the stream. You know,
81 still now, 81, and we've been hitting 100, and just like and subscribe, and we love it, and we love you coming on. I think
there's more than that, Dan. I think there's actually hundreds. It doesn't show an accurate figure in the corner there, because it will only take on so many stream.
Yeah, and you're only watching the YouTube number because there's
you're only watching typically we hit 300 to 400.
But that's probably. Without even the Smurf family, I've probably got all my Smurf family watching. You know what I mean? What's your pledge if Everton finish in the top 6 this year? What are you going to pledge? What are you going to do?
I mean, Gary Lineker did a
unicorns. I've rode unicorns. I've been a Smurf. You know what I mean? What else have I got to do? I ran down the beach naked because we signed Garner Gay. What else can I do?
Is ambitious, isn't it? Let's say top half.
Do you know what? It's funny. So I just said this because this is funny. He put blue balls. I went for a piss early on. My hands were blue.
Already got that.
So, do you know what? I'm not even going to say. I'm not even going to go into that. But yes, I did get to the toilet and forgot my hands was blue. So I am proper full on blue today. You know what I mean?
And if anyone's interested, Liverpool are a goal down. Of course, it's the women's team. But it just, it means that you can sing that old song, right? If it goes through. Obviously, 2-week break now. What's to look forward to? Where do we go from here, guys?
Just enjoy the break. The good thing is we've got a win as well, haven't we? Like, we've got a win to just... If I generally... And Jeff, you'll agree with this because you said to me at the start, if we lost this game, that was a long break. This would be a long break, and you'd be thinking, we're doomed, we're buggered. It's put us 8th position now, and we've got Southampton next and Man United. You fancy us in both. So this is a nice break. Enjoy it, and we've got a good team. I'm happy.
Man U are not as poor as that side that we beat last year, are they? Though,
no, but I generally think Man United centre midfield and defence, we can hurt them. We've got a good centre
I don't fear anyone at home.
No, I don't. I like our team a lot. I think the thing to
look forward to is the fact that we've got certain players who've been out of the side who are going to be coming back in. Dan, can you kill me? You kill me. So obviously DCL wasn't involved today, but he is fit and he's back training. So we're going to have another striker back in the squad. That's a bonus. We've got Garner, who we've just signed. He didn't get on the pitch today, but
It didn't look like Garner Gay had been 2 games, 1.5 games in the making for Everton. It looked like he played for the last 20.
So I think there's a lot to be positive about, and I think that again now I know I'm getting greedy, but back-to-back wins, please.
So, guys, I've got you here.
That's when you start.
We've had the first portion of the season. You can't, as Jamie Carragher said on commentary, you can't count it now as just starting the season. You're well into it now, the international break and all that. Where do you think you're going to finish up? What is your realistic pledge? Let's be realistic. Not said, what you think, what you want, what you think will happen.
I always said, but like that we should be targeting this season because of the extensiveness of the rebuild and all the rest of it. Comfortable mid-table, and if we do any better than that, then fine. But I don't want to get ahead of myself and start, getting, too big on the thing. I want to just see us carry on doing the things that we're doing, consistent performances, defend well, work hard. We're not gonna win every game. We're not good enough to be winning every week. But we are good enough that we're not going to be getting turned over by teams like, shipping 3-4 goals and stuff like that.
Any team. You can't really name teams because they're all so good now. Teams that you think you could just walk over, like Villa, Bournemouth, Newcastle.
Yeah,
they're all going to come out and tumble over City on their day or whatever. So the league's so strong, isn't it?
Bournemouth went to Newcastle, and you would have expected Newcastle in their form to have put 5 past Bournemouth, but they were lucky to get a draw. They got a stuffy penalty and got a draw out the game. So you can't take any team in this league for granted because everyone's a challenge. But
do you know
we're going to be in every single game that we play from now on.
Give me a place. I want to quote you on this. Go on, just put you on the spot
for the whole season.
Yeah. We've seen 7 games. It's hard, isn't it? Because ninth is good. I'd take 9th right now. Would you, Dan?
I think truthfully, I think if De Bruyne wasn't playing so well, I think we'd win the league.
You can't believe a man who.
If De Bruyne, if Man City wants a good, I think. Do you know what though? One thing I will say, I think we'll finish 5th. I really do. I said 6th earlier on, but I think 5th now. I've changed my mind. Right? Well, I said 6th at the start of the season, but I'm not even joking, right? I don't think where we're going to finish. I think like we're in a decent position now. I look at every single team other than Man City, and I think we can match them. So I just think play every game at your best and see where you end up. That's what I honestly think. Like every team, like you've just said as well, Man U, Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool. I ain't scared of Liverpool either. We drew against them, didn't we? I ain't scared of any team in that league other than Man City. So if we can play against all them and we ain't scared of them, we can finish 5th, in my opinion.
Absolutely. Do you know what? I think we should have won the derby because now looking at it, they're not all that.
And we wasn't as strong as we are now.
They're nothing without Mane. It's taken a huge.
We didn't have Garner Gay ready, fully fit. Onana was only just getting back. We looked strong. Maupay he wasn't in fitness. We wasn't that strong against them. Generally, I'm asking you now. What other than Man City, what team are you scared of playing? Last season, I would have said loads. This season, I'll take on anyone.
I don't want to play Tottenham, particularly on the current form.
I think Tottenham will be a good one.
I think Tottenham is I mean, the best teams are going to be a tough ask. They are going to be a tough ask. I mean, you look at Tottenham, that's going to be a tough game. It is.
Tottenham away. Anything at home, Dan,
away.
Even including City, we should have got a penalty last year.
I think what'll be interesting to see, and I think this is looking ahead at.
Here we go.
You know what the term bellwether. Matches where you look at and think we would have got absolutely battered by them last year. This is where we are now. I think going to Tottenham for the next game that we go, and comparing to how we were last year, because we got absolutely spanked by them and we crumbled. And we got beat 5-0, and let's be realistic, it could have been 7 or 8. We were woeful. And I think if we can go down there, and even if we lose, if we give them a really good game and we were to lose like 1 or 2-0 or something like that,
but straight
but we're in then you're looking at like from where we were to where we are. That's a huge improvement. If we're just in games and we're working hard and we're defending well and we're just in the games against the tough sides, that's just a measure of how far we've come on in this one window.
The games are close, aren't they, Jeff? And that's it. It's staying in games until the end of the game. Yeah. Then you've got much more of a chance. Because last year we're just a rollover. We're like the national lottery. Every single week we just
the thing is, like, last season where you said we got battered by Tottenham, we didn't like. We've got Connor Cody to put on Kane now, or we've got Tarkowski to put on Kane. We've got answers now. Lampard's got a good hand. He's got stuff to do.
We've got a midfield that's
and a good midfield as well to stop the midfield. Like, I'm not scared of anyone. Not bring on anyone. Let's have it. You know what I mean? Let's fucking have it. You know what I mean? I'm ready for anyone. You know what I mean? As I say, let's have it.
The league's kind of neutralised. It's a lot more condensed in quality than it's ever been.
Yeah, it's basically Man City.
Yeah, Man
4 or
City.
5 other teams, like sort of
Chelsea, Spurs, Arsenal, and then there's just loads of the rest that could beat each other, and we just don't know where they're going to end up. Yeah, I think
it's one of those where if we could win 3 or 4, if we let's say for example we won our next game against Southampton on the back of back-to-back wins, we have United coming to our place. And if you win that game, 3 wins on the run, and suddenly you're in the European places, and it's still that close, isn't it? So, it's I'm not going to get, like I said, I'm not getting ahead of myself. I'm not going to get overexcited about it, but I just feel like every match we play now, we're going to be in the game. We're going to have a chance. Home or away. I think we're a good, solid side. Hard to beat, and we're going to have chances in every game we play.
I'm sure we'll have a stinker in there at some point. Every team does, but hopefully,
probably.
We don't get tanked 7-1 or something like that.
That's the New Year's game.
That's Man City. Probably,
the New Year's Eve Man City game, but then we can all go out and get levered afterwards.
Is it really? Is it Man City on New Year's Eve that we play?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Well, that's nice, isn't it?
So
then,
so we can watch that.
Well, I think City won't
levered.
need to win every game on their form because the other side.
I've changed my mind. I think we can beat City.
And we can beat City, but we won't beat them to the title this year. Just this year.
No, we're going to win the league.
Yeah.
We won't beat them to the title. No, they've had their good start, haven't they? But
I'm absolutely thrilled.
We're just about to shoot it off. Here he is, the famous Yandolf.
Oh, hello.
By the way,
I can't hear anything. I don't know what's going on here, lads.
Cigarettes. Yeah. Hi, Jan. You got a face a mile wide.
One sec.
No, you're live.
He couldn't
hear it. Maybe we shouldn't have brought him in if we knew what was in his hand.
It was his speaker. He couldn't
hear. It could have been worse.
It
could have been worse. No kids. Obviously, cigarettes are really bad for you, as is gambling. Unless you're me, okay, you put.
It was only a candy. It was only a candy cigarette anyway.
It was one of those.
Get it right. It was only a candy cane one. Love it. Everyone's happy. Everyone's buzzing. What was going to do if Yandolf ain't coming in? What do you just shoot this off now and then we'll do player ratings?
Yeah, I think so. It's been an absolute pleasure, Dan, Jeff. Everyone who's been watching.
Yourself, mate.
Always good. Great to get the team back on, and we hope everyone has a respectful bank holiday. There's a minute silence at 8:00 tonight. It's not that far away. Make sure you observe it well. Better than the 29 seconds of Goodison today that we saw. Jan's going to be coming in. Is one of you going to stay on with Jan and take his comments? Or are we going to leave him to finish his cigarette?
Just let him end it. Just say Jan end the stream for us. Just say Jan end the stream because Jan will be doing the player ratings and stuff like that. Just say Jan, here's the spotlight, end the stream.
Okay.
End it so it's not too long. Like, go on.
Are you ready, Jan? Are you ready to come in?
Just let him end the stream.
We do have little kids watching.
Hello. Jan, do you want to end the stream for us? We're about to end it, but we said we'll let you finish it.
Oh, I tell you what, that was three much needed points. It was just a shame about the women. I know they lost 1-0 today. But oh my God, it's good to get a win at Goodison this season, isn't it?
Amazing, mate. We're buzzing. And you get a break as well to enjoy it.
Oh, yeah.
Even better. Neal Maupay.
I bumped it. Oh, like what of brilliance. I mean, I saw by the Guardian. The Guardian review was very about us, bit disappointing. But you know, admittedly, even when we scored that one goal, it could have gone either way. But they offer or threaten anything really. We were I wouldn't say the better team. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Well, we did say we was a lot better. We dominated possession. We looked the better team, and they had a few chances at the end when we was 1-0 up and we sat back. But other than that, we deserved to win. That's what.
Yeah, 2-0 would have killed the game. And but what a way to David Moyes.
He wasn't happy, was he?
In some ways, it was a David Moyes style performance, wasn't it, Jan? And
Yeah,
it was battling. It was hard. You know, we pressed quite hard to win the ball
Put
back.
the spliff down.
And
Yeah,
there's a bit of quality to try and finish it off. Jan, we're going to hand over presenting to you. We've been here a good 70-80 minutes.
Yeah, we're all off now. We're going to leave you on your own.
While we've all got wives, families, and children, we're gonna jump on to that. But I'll leave you everyone in the very capable hands of Jan himself. FIFA royalty, I may add.
No, I can't end it. I can't. I'm on my phone. I don't have access to those.
Right. Okay.
We'll end it on this.
In that
then
case,
that's fine.
well, you can expect player ratings coming to you near very soon. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Thank you everyone who's been part of today's show. You do make it very special for us with all your comments, and of course we'll be back with player ratings, and then our next game, the big preview will be
up there, fucking Toffees. We got the win. We're on the way. 8th position. Smash it.
Goodbye from me. Goodbye from
me. And goodbye from me. And goodbye from
here.
Bye from him.